reclaiming my time one weekend at a time.
How did you come up with your build? Like, what was your thought process?
The way that I came up with it was more or less, which I think everybody does it, to make it comfortable for me. And at the end of it for another person, because the space, my space speaks of me. When you look at me and then you see my build, it's me. It represents me. So that's basically how I came up with the idea, and I just did something that I know that I would like and that represents me. And the purpose of this is, my thing is reclaiming my time one weekend at a time. That's just me. You know, it's not always, but you have to be out in nature doing stuff. It's just like getting away, meeting new people, enjoying life, seeing different things, and experiencing something that you never experienced before. And this was the first weekend since, this is probably my 5th or 6th trip, and this is the first one that I feel was natural, you know, because I was able to be around mind-like people, people of color that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, some full-time, some part-time. You know, you have some people here that's still working full-time jobs but able to enjoy this experience, and you just have people that's traveling all around the world. And you know, I met some nice people. You know, everybody's going to have their own tribe no matter where you go, and you have to feel that energy. We all may be interested in doing the same thing, but everybody's energy is a little bit different, and I had to match up with my energy. And I think with the young ladies that I met this weekend, I found my energy. And
what do you have in your build that, like, you feel like, in your opinion, is an absolute necessity that everybody should absolutely include?
A bed. That anything else I can probably do without, because most places that you go, water is available. Take it for granted if you want. A potty is available, just how you choose to use it. But there's always some place to go. Water is available, so there's always a way for you to make a way to wash up. But I'm not to the point, to be honest with you, that I want to do tent camping yet. That's not me. I'm not built for that just yet. So I honestly believe whether you build a bed or you just putting an air mattress on the floor or you just putting blankets in your van, you need some place to sleep. As long as you have a place to sleep, everything else you could probably do without. So the only thing I think is a must, to be honest with you, is to have a bed. That's just my opinion. I don't want back problems. I don't want leg problems. At the end of the night, you want to be able to sleep comfortably, you know, and get up in the morning, early in the morning, and walk them trails.
What would you say, in your opinion, is something that you see a lot that might not be a necessity?
Well, like that goes back to the first question. I don't think, like how you have a draining, how I have a sink and stuff. I don't think you need a sink. You know, you can have and I actually have both. You can have the pop-up sinks with water carriers. You don't have to have that in your build. You know, but it depends on the individual.
Right.
Only reason I actually have a sink in my build is because at night or something, or if I get to a campsite where I'm not comfortable taking a shower outside, I can wash up in the inside. But to say that a built-in sink where you buy a counter and drill a hole and add the under cabinet stuff, I don't think that's necessary. You don't have to do it. You do it for your comfort level, but do you need it? No, you don't need a sink, and you do not need, me personally, you don't need a sink and running water in your build. Personally, because every place you go, you can find water. You can find water every place you go. And nowadays they have the pop-up drain sinks. You could buy that, collapse it, and put it under your bed or somewhere in your bill, your rig.
Name 2 things that's your absolute favorite.
My coffee pot and my jackery. I have to have coffee. I'm being honest. I have to have coffee or something hot at night. Sometimes when it gets cool, cappuccino, tea, coffee, what have you. And I feel that there is a need somehow to be able to have electricity, whether you running a heating blanket or you charging your cell phone or something like that. Those are the 2. I can have a bed, like I said, I can have an air mattress in here with my jackery and bottles of water, and I'm good.
So is there anything that you tell like a new nomad, part-time or full-time?
I can't speak full-time because I'm not a full-timer. And I know if I was a full-timer, there's things that I would actually change in my rig because I would be in there full-time. And I think that would be as far as my bed. My bed is comfortable for part-time, but to be in here full-time, might change my bed but for a part-time person. So I can't speak on full-time because there's things that I would change. If I was living in my rig full-time, I already know there's things that I would change. But far as a part-timer, whatever rig you get, whether it be a Transit Connect, whether it be a caravan, whether it be your car, the only thing I think you should start off with before you decide to do your build is a bed. Just make sure you have blankets and a comfortable way of sleeping, because the reason I'm saying that is because once you enter with just a bed and you go on a couple of trips, you start to figure out as you go what you need, as you go what you don't need. So start with just a bed, and I wish I would have did that because there's some things I probably have that I don't necessarily need, and I would have positioned things differently if I just would have started with a bed. There's things that I would have done differently as far as my build. Now, as far as my build, I love my build, but if I had to do it over, I just would have started with just a basic bed in there, and I would have went on a couple of trips before I decided where I would have put what.
Okay, so the only one thing in your rig, if you can explain the pop-out, the bed pop-out.
Okay. Now, the reasoning for this is for when I have more, I'm going to move something because I have to show you. If it's more than one traveler with me, it's just so we both can sleep comfortable in the in my bed. But for me, right now, the comfort, I can sleep horizontal. That's comfortable for me. And even if I just want to say, okay, well, I want a little bit more space, I can do this. This is just so 2 people can sleep vertically. Okay? Only thing you have to do, I'm just going to demonstrate it. See, and people may, can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Like, someone's made a comment, I have too many pillows, but let me explain the theory behind the pillows, and I'm going to show you how this works. The theory with all the pillows is this: I don't put visors. Can you see everything? You good?
Yeah.
I don't put visors in my window, but I do have blackout curtains, and there's a tent film that I also put over my windows where you can't really see in. So I'll put my pillows like this at night, and as you see, it frees up more space on my bed. I'll put my pillows like that. I'm showing you how my setup is when I'm by myself and then when I went somewhere. So I pretty much do this. Pillow there. Pillow there. And some people may think it's tedious, but it's good for me because I like it. This is how I do the setup. And then I'm sleeping this way. Now, of course, the curtains are closed. That keeps out cold air for me because I lay my back up against that way. Now, my curtains are pulled closed. That keeps the cold air out for me. Like I said, most people have reflectors in their window. I just close my curtains. I have no reflectors there. I do have installation in here, but that keeps the cold off of my back, okay? And I sleep this way, and I'm comfortable. So, just like me. Or I can center my stuff in the middle, like this, and my legs go that way. You know, right where my picture, you got to think I'm not having my boots on, my legs go that way. Now, if I'm sleeping with 2 people, me and my significant other, what I'll do is, not this one, but the other 2 pillows, I'll put here, tuck this under here, like that, and there's 2 pillows. You can put a small one here. then I'm on this side and he's on that side, or we meet in the middle and we're good.
That's smart.
That's how that works. You see?
That's smart.
So that's how that works. So, and we can get up and down, and in the morning I just mix it up. So it serves its purpose, and it's not hard to do. And then it's easy far as my storage. Everything, I have storage under here. This, when I need it, if I have to, pull in and out. Easy for me. And that's usually how I pack up for my weekend trips. I put my pots and pans and stuff in here. Everything is out now. But this weekend it was only, I didn't stay too many days, so it was unnecessary. But and there you go. And this is just, like I said, comfort. You don't need that. This is just your comfort level. I could have did without all of this. But my comfort level right now, my things for cleaning, my tea, toothpaste, how I wash my dishes, and in here, my snacks. For me and for my fur baby. His food is right there, which I'll probably need to feed him. So you can do without this. This is something, like you said, what can you do without? I can do it without that. Just my brand stuff. You see the storage under the bed. I could have put this easily in my clothes container under the bed. So this sink, is it unnecessary? No. But I have it because you see the little things you don't have to have this, guys. To start off, you do not need this. So, and this is how I house my clothing, utensils, clothing. You don't need all that.
And the last question is, how do you like traveling with a fur baby?
That's he's not okay. Some people may get upset. I treat him like he's my child. We know he's not human, he's not a child, but he is my fur baby. He is a pet. Being that I'm a single female traveler, I do have a significant other, but I'm on the road most of the time by myself. He's my security alarm. I don't care what it is. And a good example is this afternoon we had a situation where I'm doing something, and I could have sworn I saw something, but that's another story. But if somebody's up on my van, one weekend I went somewhere and we actually saw a bobcat. He was barking the entire time, and I didn't understand why he was barking, but that was his way of letting me know something was out there. We end up seeing a bobcat. When I go to the restroom, I stay mostly at KOA, state parks, or Corps of Engineers. When I go to the restrooms to take my shower, that's why I'm telling you, you don't have a shower. It depends on your camping lifestyle, things that you may need. Being that I stay at KOs and stuff, I don't have a shower in here. So when I go to the campground to take a shower, I take him in the bathroom with me in this carrier. And I hang the carrier up. Guess what? When people coming in the bathroom, he's making me alert. And you have to be aware. That gives me a chance of, if something is not right, I have a chance to go somewhere. So that's the plus. The cons is, I have to be honest with you, everybody do not like fur babies. Some people are allergic to them, so you have to be considerate far as that. Now, this weekend we did have a young lady who was actually allergic to dogs, so I attended some of the activities, and some of the activities I just, didn't attend. I walked around, or I stayed where I was at, and I was okay because I really didn't miss out on too much. So you just have to be respectful of others, so I don't have a problem traveling with him.
Okay. Is there any last thoughts you want to leave?
The last thoughts I want to leave, I actually had a nice weekend. I enjoyed meeting Miss DG. She's a sweetheart, just real. Everything about her is real, and just accepted me with open arms and just ran everything like, hey, I got it for you, So I actually learned a lot from her, and a genuine person. Her and Miss Tina. Both are genuine people, and I enjoyed. They made me out of the event. The event was nice, but I felt like my first encounter with them is what made it amazing. There's a difference, and like I said, everybody's personalities doesn't gel. These ladies here, they was just a little bit more welcoming than, it is what it is. So I love the event. I will attend more, and like I said, I pray that I have met lifelong friends.
Absolutely, you have. We ain't going nowhere, girl.
Join me in Cancun, Mexico for the Queen's Rising Retreat, a self-empowering rediscovery of your crown. This is a 6-day, 5-night retreat in a luxury home with a pool, all meals provided from a private chef, 1 adventure excursion, 3 days of empowering activities, and more. If you book early or pay in full, you get up to $100 off the regular price. This is an experience you won't forget.
You can cook. I learned this weekend. Although I have an induction cooktop, I pulled it out none. And we had good meals. And we cooked over the fire. When a girl pray. So I actually learned some things this weekend that I'm going to take with me on other experiences.
First, she just gotta stop all the faking. And she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like she's whenever she leaves her safe space. She